In the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, on January 15, 1929, a beacon of hope was born. Martin Luther King Jr., destined to become a symbol of civil rights and a herald of justice, emerged into a world deeply entrenched in racial inequality. From the pulpit to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, King's life story is a testament to the transformative power of love, courage, and the unyielding pursuit of equality. Raised in the embrace of a nurturing family, King's early years were marked by a sense of purpose instilled by his parents. His father, a Baptist minister, and his mother, a schoolteacher, imparted the values of faith, resilience, and the belief that change was possible, even in the face of adversity. Young Martin's intelligence and charisma were evident early on, setting the stage for a life dedicated to breaking the chains of racial injustice. King's journey into the ministry was influenced by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi and his philosophy of nonviolent resistance. Armed with a deep understanding of Christian principles and the power of love, King became a pastor, delivering sermons that resonated with the spirit of justice and equality. The Montgomery bus boycott in 1955 thrust Martin Luther King Jr. onto the national stage. His leadership in the nonviolent resistance movement against racial segregation marked the beginning of a transformative era. The famous Montgomery bus boycott, sparked by Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat, showcased King's commitment to nonviolent protest as a potent force for change. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, founded by King in 1957, became a driving force behind the civil rights movement. King's philosophy of nonviolent resistance, encapsulated in his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, echoed through the halls of power and resonated with those who yearned for a nation free from the shackles of discrimination. As the turbulent 1960s unfolded, King found himself at the forefront of history. From the March on Washington in 1963 to the historic Selma to Montgomery marches in 1965, King's leadership galvanized a nation. His commitment to civil rights was met with resistance and violence, yet his resolve remained unbroken. The Nobel Peace Prize, awarded to King in 1964, was both a recognition of his efforts and a call to continue the struggle for justice. King, however, understood that the fight for civil rights was deeply intertwined with economic inequality. His advocacy for economic justice and the rights of workers underscored his commitment to dismantling systemic oppression in all its forms. Yet the road to equality was fraught with challenges. Birmingham's Children's Crusade in 1963, marked by the use of police dogs and fire hoses against peaceful protesters, shook the nation's conscience. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, monumental achievements spurred by King's activism, began to dismantle legal barriers to equality. As the civil rights movement achieved legislative victories, King turned his attention to economic justice and the Vietnam War. His outspoken opposition to the war, rooted in a broader commitment to peace and justice, drew criticism and strained relationships. King's Beyond Vietnam speech in 1967 underscored his belief that the fight against racism, poverty, and militarism were interconnected struggles. Tragically, on April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr.'s life was cut short by an assassin's bullet in Memphis, Tennessee. The world mourned the loss of a visionary leader, but King's legacy endured. His dream of a nation where individuals are judged by their character, not the color of their skin, became a rallying cry for future generations. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life story is etched into the fabric of American history. His unwavering commitment to justice, equality, and nonviolent resistance continues to inspire movements around the world. The civil rights leader, whose dream reverberates through time, challenges each generation to confront the persistent shadows of injustice and strive for a world where freedom and equality prevail.